Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back to Radio Sal Jeruna Spain. Today, 17th February 2022. We now bring you the news from Banjul de Gambia as usual. First, the headlines. We start with Point newspaper, then after the Standard. The first story on Point newspaper: notorious wife beater reforms after training. Then GID collects over $100 million revenue 2021. Teachers end strike after settlement. Child Fund. The Gambia commences 3-day parent training. Celia Group launches first ever audiology medical specialty in Gambia. BP and Works Minister appear before the lawmakers. DLEAG in manhunt for escapes a suspect. TRRC reports on arbitrary closure of media houses. The national news at the bottom here. BII-KIIBAARO convenes stakeholders forum. Councillor Trust organization pushes for inscription of Futampak on UNESCO calendar of events. Then Guyans artists donate bags of rice to go to residents. NGBV validates new strategic plan 2022 to 2026. So those are the headlines from Point newspaper. Let's go to Standard newspaper. The first story on Standard newspaper: UDP still selecting candidates. An apology to Ahmad Ba by Tabora Bojang. He apologized to Ahmad Ba for article titled Assembly Summons Ahmad Ba over corruption. And then Cuba congratulates Gambia on 57th independent anniversary. Halimatu Diba confirmed as Human Rights Commissioner. GTO urges teachers to resume work after payment. And then nominated member Majanko Samusa sent out of Parliament for abusing rules. Emir of Kano, Nigeria visits Gambia. The Gambia appoints first women caddies. So those one more. PMO working on many reforms and Deputy Permanent Secretary Cham. So those are the headlines. So let's start with the first story on Standard newspaper. First story on Standard newspaper is a press release said UDP still selecting candidates. Now the details. Up to the time we went to press last night, the UDP selection committee has been busy interviewing applicants seeking the party's endorsement to contest the 9th April National Assembly election. The 5-member candidate conducted the interviews at the party's bureau in Manjaikunda. The party announced that it will contest all the 53 parliamentary seats in the country but retain its 22 incumbent members subject to their expression of interest to contest. The selection committee is examining aspirants for the 31 remaining seats. Over the past 2 days, there have been a raft of news leaks about UDP's selecting and confirming candidates. It was reported that Mamadou Sabali has been endorsed to contest the Busum Balan seat, Mamadou Cham for Nyanija, Halimatu Sow for Lower Salum, Tida Kijera for Wuli West, Fatumata Juare for Wuli East, and Haji Swane for Basse. It was also reported that Numu Kunda Kanyi will likely replace Sana Jawara, who has been in the U.S. since the December presidential election. For Upper Fulado West, UK-based Abubakar Nimaka Sise name has been floated for the Parliamentary seat. A UDP insider told the Standard last night that most of the selection for aspirants from Banjul, Kanifi Municipality, West Coast, Central River, Lower River, North Bank, and Upper River regions have been completed. However, a member of the selection committee and a senior executive member of the party told this paper that the process of selecting candidates has not been completed because his committee will have to present its list to the executive for confirmation and formal endorsement. So it is premature to state who has been endorsed or confirmed, he goes on. The party is expected to formally announce its selected candidates over the independent holiday weekend. In an unrelated development, Yorombalo has confirmed to the Standard that he will contest the Upper Fuladu West constituency on behalf of the National Unity Party. Mbalo is a former reporter of the Point newspaper. Stay tuned. Don't go. We'll be back momentarily after a short jingle. Yo sama imado nga continue kibar kungula men kararon angale counto anana dum diteso kono men nga karan sande membe den UDP la selection nyinna ma follow point newspaper kibar follow men finta kungoto je ko men nga katwa musu bute la baki ka fu notorious wife bita ko afalintal de kabriya karandi hadamadi yal GID wala Mgambela Immigration Department Police ko e kodo men kafu nyoma ila institution nyinto men data fo $1 million cheme serum sang kono tija sol la balambaya ko abantale kabri settle child fund sorry mo kafule li fanan e datro ke pruga alfali karandi pru dinno la kola Celia group wal fanan ye datro ke sinya folola e ka fena audiology medical specialty in Gambia. Wal fana ye wole dati. Al-Hegar. Vice President aning work minister wal fana nata debite wal fana nyaat lewol. Police men matra dro kola na banko kang be cewo nyini kan men ko sobita ko abortale yo TRC yi reporto bonni falande ko men ka fok altanyin dinkra kar soro membe ko nyin kiwar bondula bongolte dumala point la kiwar kungul men be duma ka men national news gaipa wal fana yo kumandro ke de nyolate ni men be do kol la o formo yole kumanne kansala wal fana ka fola ka fome trust organization on trust ka fonyin men na separo ke apena inscription pro la partie la fonko evento me kake ka fa futam paf UNESCO ne o ron patrimonio United Nations na patrimonio men martal comme molla ada ko la ten dinkra kumal ten nunto fengol ten sifal ten e separo ko la calendar membe loring o evento ni ka fon fane ka foi ko kuyansis ol article le model fane diro ke man botol la ne ajibi kotu kolla ko ye ban bot jamale di jeto NGBV ol fana ye kutakutando ke kukutol la de men be ko strategic ye ferol men lande pro plano lafta men kala 2022 sa kono kada 2026 so ginel mo ki war ko de men bota point ni seba mata standard la ki war kum follow UDP hani bi to man troki kan la debito la tabora bo jang ye amad ba bolo sai ko ala articulo do la fintindi amad ba a fojeta ko député ol ya kumandi député bungoto pour mun na jenko te dangu pour ata ko jabi jodo bare kumen ko man ko nyama nata apollo jais ka abolo sai kuba ya fanan ye tentro ke bake Gambia la sangita lulu ani warawula independent men nyanta kila nyin karokon musome ka fa halimatu diba fanan ya confirm ko isainteng aketa musulti men adamadi ya nyanto commissioner comme ka mena human rights commissioner tijasol la kafo isa ye kumandro ke tijasol bela ko sinata hita do ko la kabriela jo dilo yo nominated member comme president ka député lulo men tombong member ko no ko Majanko Samusa mbela ngalong député bongo ala Majanko kije nyamen so anatna tono sota oldo kunun ngalo foya bay député bongo kono because munen rules all awol tinya ka menna islanda tambo ke rules all nginaltu anim fanan imero membe kano Nigeria fanan natna kumpa borola Gambia Bangkok sinya folo la Gambia puruka musoto mon kiti teola damembe ko kadis court nying musufula yewul tombo ngaje men natalo bonde ko Gambia appoints first women kadis ko musol men tombo PMO ol falambe do ko ke kande anin deputy permanent secretary nying me mu chamti ko men falindro la men nyanta ka ke men dante ko men ko birin kunun be la do ko ba fokan ko be falindro men keka yo sai ngata ci ba follow men ma karang angale counto details o membe ko UDP la tomondro ibaro nye ko janni bita saferola ga mena press o inin journalist be kacala wato menna UDP la committee nye membe tomondro ke kan ko be bisiring be men la fita kallo ka mena applicant li be nyinin kakan be pro men isnana na keta ke contest nyin April Tilikonondo National Assembly Katepa men kanate eko niaji be 5-member committee nyim menu santeng inin karobe inin candidate ol tema ila biro ba to santeng membe manjay kunda ko mo lulu wolal ba conduct kam ka continue ko pati nyin na kankularo ko niaji be wol be londro kala dibitol la nyin carte fay tundi woro carte fay tundi woro lo nyin kan carte fay dinkral mi jeto siran tang lulu anin sabo iba abela contest la comme bela mol lond la belto Gambia Bangkok o kolala men itandi fanan ko ila incumbent members will come inside many be député bongoto mo muang anin fulo an bi wala pala so bet lebul bari wala liya itandi ko han bi be lafrne pour kata nyi nyosabo la kotek pour se na député bongoto kotek ko nyin committee men ka to mon tro ketangi binana nyin la koji bela nyi aspirantol nyi men ka lafi men lafi tatem pour ye ita ye londi men kita mo tansaba anin killing ibinawol fanana ko examine kan ba examine kan sa fanya men drong eko niaji be tuf telefono men tambitaten kuma jamala finta ni na kibaro la kalo men likta kibaro men yoleta ka finti UDP la mafong la kama ila selection dinkrangin do men ya confirm men candidate men la call confirm jeto la birot ko nyimu report le de men mol to finta jembe ko Mamadou Sabali men ateli ya telta pour kalo busumbala constituency nyindo anim fanan Mamadou Cham obita nyani ja Alimatu So obita Lower Salum Tida Kijera obita Wuli tili bola tili jiala Fatumata Juara obita Wuli tili bola anin Haji Suane obita Base ko nyimu fene di men reporto nying fanan finta de membe denning cewole ka fay numu kunda kanyi wo ya foko askeno hatlebe sayla sana jawra nodo men abe sirin minto USA America comme kabring December presidential carte fa nying wata ko fo opa fuladu fanan tili bola tili jiola sorry opa fuladu tili jiola ko ka me UK base Abubakar Nimaka ufanan comme Bubakar Jawara nimaka sise obe atobe fen kuin kayan kan de follow mal aman lo laman so tala kole bariko asekeno atlebe lola burfut sana mentreng min dante ko asekeno is floating or floated abe yanga kam so UDP ila insider comme mo bote kono membe ko ay ay kuma kongo futan di kunun suto ila yin most selection of aspirants comme yemu nyimol men tombonte men bota dinkralto comme len tombon nyanta kam mol men tombon men be ko Banjul Kanifing municipality anin fanan West Coast Central River Lower River North Bank anin Upper River mun regional de ye itandi ko standard la ko in dinkral yol tala ye mol tombon already ne mol men to fo santaten o mol be wolelto wo carte fay bankol le kam ko be ne ajibe member mem moti in selection committee kono anim fanan nyaton ko le mati ka men senior executive le mati comme patiyen kono ay nyimfu nyin standard de ko that hans bi de be milayin tombondro in candidate la karola be tama kan ko amang kumfa follow amang bang katu ko ne ajibe ko committee nyin ibnana ana ila listo e molmen tombo yesafe ba listo di la nyaton ko ballale ka mena executive or pro sinana confirm no bota yes nana formal endorsement do ko ko la wan ka fo jumani jumale nyanta kallo ya confirm ko la la obekel so ako nyimu fenati sai aman timma follow da man si follow pour ka afono komen e jumale ta santen pour ya confirm ako man si follow ako kamala hakilto nyin nyanta ka soto je follow men fokumol ko continue e ko pati nyin be yilarin ko ibnana formal announce kila komen binanyin kankula la komen ko lawangoto ni to mondro ko fo pareta candidate la ning independent warale ala holiday weekend no nyinkon so ka continue nyim panam development dol de comme riwa dol la men sorta modo la karola oning UDP taman kilomoti me yemen la faje do ko yorom mbalo nyim afana yeyi tan ko standard la ko ate abe lola opa fuladu west comme fuladu santo la atligio la o karre fay tundo wala be lola patio men toyala wala mu National Unity Party mbalo e ko nyimunu molemu abe do ko wala point newspaper reporter la mati jet so mina nyaato domanni pour kibar do la meme den Majanko ya bay député bonro daylo men gang sa long me o sabo angle kanto aning mandika kan Welcome back. Still with Standard Newspaper. The headline: Nominated member Majanko Samusa sent out of Parliament for abusing rules. This one by Tabora Bojang, Standard Reporter, read by Hajadama Air Radio Salgero. Now the details. The Speaker of the National Assembly yesterday sent nominated member Majanko Samusa out of the chamber for abuse of assembly rules and use of words considered non-parliamentary. Samusa was asked to leave the chambers following exchange with Speaker Mariama Jack Denton as legislators were debating a statement by Central Badibo Representative Suleiman Saho, who called on the Barrow government to withdraw Senegalese forces from Fonyi. Saho, a UDP member, argued that recent fighting between the MFDC and Senegalese soldiers reportedly on the economic have threatened the security of the people of Fonyi and called on members to review and amend the security agreement. Samusa, who is fiercely loyal to Barrow and the government agenda, said Saho's suggestions were rubbish and politically motivated. Samusa told the speaker, I think in the future such a statement of this kind should not be entertained in this assembly. People cannot make statements just out of politics or to play with the government. In my view, it is a rubbish statement as far as I am concerned. He, Central Body Nam, is saying rubbish. Speaker swiftly intervened and warned that uncivil language will not be accepted in Parliament. I don't take this kind of behavior. Let us exercise decorum. We are parliamentarians. Let us be polite and civil in language, Mariama Jack Denton censored. But the veteran lawmaker told the speaker not to go into that, saying he was only saying the statement is nonsense and stand to that, as I see. The speaker instantly rebuked him and gave him an ultimatum to withdraw his nonsense or rubbish statement or leave the house. Samusa stood his ground and the speaker ordered him to leave. As he was leaving, the disgruntled Samusa was heard mouthing, "It is okay, we shall see." Mutan, he said, "It is okay, we shall see." Addressing lawmakers after Samusa left, the speaker said her leniency has been taken for granted by certain members and said expulsion from the chambers awaits any member who blatantly disrespects the Assembly's rules. If we don't respect the authority of Parliament, who else will respect it? He queried. It ends here. Stay tuned, don't go away. We'll be back momentarily in Mandinka after a short jingle. It is clear there. Yo asalaamualeykum madolo continue kibaro mota men karana sante membe den Majanko Samusa e bayo men kala debite bongoto ko men ay kuma kan jawo men fo jeto ya dandala sinya kilim fula manson dandala o kamala men marta debite bongo speaker nyin nata send out ka bay banda abita fanan ba fo kanko ba jelale membe kala abi islandika iko kibar kumoto be Adambaro e development mo men bol kono ka fay Majanko Samusa ya bay ka finti député bon nyinto mo ne kata drong ay député bon la luwale tinya ka continue me kibaro sabe wala mu tabora bojante men ba krankan la jadama na studio yang air radio na YouTube channel yinta la jadama diba nal dunta ali subscribe ali follow ani fana ali like ali share ala friends oli saje audience ul jama sa sotno nyamin katana Facebook ala jadama diba my blog Facebook anim fanan ala radio bebe Facebook lan ka share wol beto so nga continue kibaro nyum fango memba kono memu nyaton koti na député bongoto kunun de tombon député o abay banta membe ko Majanko Samusa kemba nyindo damen ay diamne fujeto men manya naka fo député bon nyinto ko men ka men use of words considered non-parliamentary. Comme kumakan amanke député bon la ding amanke blate kumakan de men yanda ka fo député bon nyindo daylo atna Madam Jack Denton na rafa ite mfujanna barika memfo manyana ka fujang dung ya dandala la manson kabula o kamala Majanko Samusa kabri kai ko deputy bungo nyimbula kemba so nyindo wato minna anin mole nya kumul saba nyoda menkeda ati Mariam Jack Denton fangoti damen ko ni agibe luwate dalal ko wato minna be siring be nyosa bakan kuwalla membe ko kuma kanwalla membota central badi tema deputy onyin Suleiman Saho wale kuma kan sammanan gede kuma kumandroke barola mansakunda la purumun nadrong Senegal sojarol men be foni puru se bondike nyina natna ke kutimeng memmandia Majanko Samusa ka continue hanibi Saho ate deputy onyin central badula deputy onyin UDP member nyin palantangin na ko that nyin sante nyin komen tambita no foni ngabe benga kalamtal membe ko nyin rebelol MFDC in Senegal sojarol men natna eko ibe economic la koto kata kuleti men silandri nyala bankola tankoni men dante sako nsafurong fonyi ma fongola akata silandri nyal teni nata tankola karol ay kumandro ko kama ate memba nyim puru insina etol memba sol men be député bonro puru sinana ka jibero ka falindro ke na tanko la karola ka men security agreement ko men kambe men sota bankuni bagute mangin membe ko tankola karola pour ka jibe ka falindro sotondi jet o kamala ko mom nyimmen Majanko Samusa men abe loring bake aboka sila freng kula membe denning ni nata barola ko la koko asata no jetol ko an the government agenda wala an mansakunda bi la kul bi men mansakunda be men keka ay men fa ko saho lanyi miro me samananteng boni mu feneti ayta suntu kungoto is rubbish fentinyare wala woti anin fanan ulemu ay political samanan jeto comme nyin suggestion no men a kete ka continue Samusa ay men fo Samusa told the speaker ay men fo speaker wala Mariam Jack Denton akatia miracle nyatonto in statement sifal men ni ya foten ko mu manyana ka songola député bongo nyinto atela jero nyinta même fo speaker ni ako moltinana pruka statement dol dela just out of politics comme political la carola drong kana anim fanan to play with kanan ka fair man sakunda la community amata comme nyimbe même fo kanten a bondi politique lo carola anim fana be fair ka man sakunda la menketa Suleiman Sahoti comme Majanko me yitandi jag dentina ko kamala ikana na nyen kusival entertain député bongo nyint akwat la jero nyinda mem jeyinto wala nyinde ko it is a rubbish ko nyum feneti fentinyare wala mu ese ko men nyen sala suntu ko to ala nyin kuma kawote ako kati ko niajibe as far as ko men ate ning atla karola nyin ko nyin membe ko central body bula député nyin abe mem fo kanten kuma tinyare wala nyanta ka ta suntu ko nyindo speaker na yelma waldro akuntuta nyato kuma kan men fokan ka dandala ka fay ko nyimmu fenete nyim manke hadamadi yati kuma kan men ba fokante na tenten ko will not be accepted ko nyin kuma kan sifame ya foten to sonnala député bu nyinto jumala be fokan wala speaker nyinde Mariam Jack Denton ko me wala be nyin dandala kan membe ko Majanko Samusa ako I don't take this kind of behavior ako at the speaker nying ako nyin daji ka sifa ataw tala député bu nyindo ako nga kata bunya ngo tamandi député bu nyin kono ifangoka funyo nyame exercise decorum na tentem fana ako we are parliamentarians ako to lemu député olt sai ning atra coming let us be polite ngana nga hormodi nyola pour anim fana ka civil in our language comme ce que adamade onti comme c'est comme molti mo moyaran ina tan kuma kan men be fo kan jag dentin ay men sensor comme ay men la ni another comme ni kuma kan sifal wal manyana ka fo nyanta nimbe diamula nga civil nga civilize mo kuma kan kendol la comme adamaya kono nga diam nyo nyama député bon comme tollamu député ulti men nyanta ka nyobunya so ka kontina ko bari ni ajibe ko nyim nyin député koto nyin député maire mbalem député bongo nyin ka fa veteran lawmaker ay nyim fo Deputy Bungola speaker ako not to go into that. Ako kana fota auto kamem foten kana auto. I mean Dante. Ako saying he was only saying coming akwate ba fokan drong coming nyimbe men fokan ten amanke fenti men hakil ma ya fenne fama ko nonsense coming nyome drong akate ba wala fokan coming Suleiman Sahola kuma kan mu walti bare ako jag den kamem fa ko kana fota auto coming ninkumu ate fanambe o koson kan sorry. Speaker o Lord Latlemu and at nangi no kumakamuta a fai Yamakona Kai Mangana Kanyim and Infana and gave him a ultimatum anadna kuma labang fai dan lar labang puru asinana na I nonsense kumomen for the Robbie Soning a withdraw Olendrong kumati meng coming akana fokotek statement doing kola lemu anadna fai fong bo chemba kono house on bula yefinti banta I mean bye. Kola lang ate Samusa anatna kwate beloring ay memfo beloring wolto awalefu speaker natna order di pro ay finti deputy bu nyindo as he was leaving WAATO mena be finti ka bitakang o kamfato ate Samusa ya moy ko abe dugu ka o aba fokan ko abetiata mbajelale we shall see abetiata mbajela bo foka tato abe WAATO mena libidol be nyin kol topoto kan membe ko addressing lawmakers after Samusa ati jag dentin sorry automa be diamu kan kabring ayim bay menketa Samusa te kabro tata abe dibitol address kan kuma be diamu ke ko ati speaker nyin ko ay mem fo wala nyinte ko ate aketa molta soniata bake nyagibe ko dol na o ta ko ke fentimen by certain dibitol dan dibitol na o ta kuma mimbe ko Majanko nyol sifal tan so men diate kala fika ke dibite mo bari aman sangara abaga sangara mo kan ay ka ko beta do ko ne ajibe ay mem fo wala ngente pour ka bayro ke chemba soto ko men sai abe tembo mento mo jamala be o batungam abina men bayla dibite bongoto who blatantly men na ronka tawdron kanyin molta ka bunya balia hormanta yatli molla assembling in the deputy bon na loi fanan ka tinya ako sai mo jamala fanan mitar la batun kan because I menke in nimmo mo ya manyaga rong abi ibaila bandale ay o dandala ro ke ako ninga rantolu if we don't respect the authority of parliament comment ning mambunya ke nyatonkol comment ninata parliament o yinda so who else jumala binana bunya surla ntol fangali bari authority lemut nyaton ko lemut be siringe be yin ko la ni nyaton ko koton le halambi kono jeto nim mo mambu nyaaka wala say jumala bina o bunya sur letole ay men balangeto ko o manyana kake frank to bade wolo yo ina mo war flanya wote ngamen karanno angle counting manika counter so say nga gibe let me see na recording system onye so recording system oten allow lang of go mo folder so main lon la jang after sinana do for record and ngata live streaming